Vietnam. The name itself crackles with energy. It's a sensory explosion waiting to happen. The sights, the sounds, the smells, all hit you like a shot of adrenaline. I was here to dive headfirst into this world, to lose myself in its chaotic beauty. 12 days to eat, explore, and experience Vietnam. Let's go. The air vibrated with the roar of motorbikes, a symphony of honks. Street vendors hawked their wares, their voices a melodic chant. The scent of fragrant pho hung heavy in the air, a delicious promise of adventures to come. I was home. At least for the next 12 days, Vietnam would be my playground. Day 1. Hanoi welcomed me with open arms. The old quarter, a labyrinth of narrow streets, pulsed with life. Ancient temples stood shoulder to shoulder with modern cafes. The air was thick with incense and the scent of spices. I wandered aimlessly, soaking it all in. Hoan Kiem Lake shimmered like an emerald jewel in the heart of the city. Locals practiced Tai Chi, their movements slow and graceful. I watched, mesmerized, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Nightfall brought a new energy to Hanoi. The night market came alive with vendors selling everything from silk pajamas to sizzling street food. I sampled grilled meats, slurped down bowls of steaming noodles, and bargained for souvenirs. Hanoi was a feast for the senses. Day 2 was a journey through history. The Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, a somber monument to Vietnam's revered leader, commanded respect and reflection. The one-pillar pagoda, a delicate structure perched on a single stone column, whispered tales of resilience and faith. The Temple of Literature, a serene oasis dedicated to education and scholarship, exuded an air of tranquility. I wandered through its courtyards, admiring the intricate carvings and ancient scriptures. It was a place where time seemed to stand still. That evening, I witnessed the magic of Vietnamese water puppetry. Colorful puppets danced across a pool of water, their movements accompanied by traditional music and storytelling. It was a whimsical and enchanting performance that transported me to another world. Day 3. Ha Long Bay. Even the name evokes a sense of wonder. The drive was long, but anticipation crackled in the air. Arriving at the harbor felt like stepping into a painting. Hundreds of limestone islands, shrouded in mist, rose dramatically from the emerald waters. We boarded a traditional junk boat, its wooden hull creaking softly. The air was thick with the smell of salt and sea. As we glided through the bay, the sun broke through the clouds, casting a golden glow on the water. It was breathtaking. Our destination, Thien Kung Cave. Inside, stalactites and stalagmites formed fantastical shapes, illuminated by colorful lights. It felt like stepping into another world, a hidden realm of myth and legend. Day 4. Paddling through paradise. Ha Long Bay's hidden depths. Daybreak in Ha Long Bay was pure magic. Mist clung to the water, creating an ethereal atmosphere. Today, we were getting up close and personal with the bay's beauty, by kayak. Paddling through the calm waters, surrounded by towering limestone cliffs, was an experience unlike any other. We explored hidden lagoons, their waters teeming with life. The silence was broken only by the gentle splash of our paddles and the calls of exotic birds. We stopped at a floating village, a collection of houses built on rafts. Children paddled alongside our kayaks, their laughter echoing across the water. It was a glimpse into a way of life so different from my own, yet strangely familiar. Day 5. Ancient capitals and scenic splendors. Ninh Binh's charms. Back on land, we journeyed to Ninh Binh, known as Ha Long Bay on land. Here, towering limestone karsts rose from emerald rice paddies, creating a landscape both dramatic and serene. We boarded a sampan, a traditional Vietnamese boat, for a journey through Tam Coc. The boatman, using her feet to row, expertly navigated us through narrow waterways, past towering cliffs and lush vegetation. Our journey continued to the ancient capital of Hoa Lu. Here, we explored the temples of the Dinh and La dynasties, their weathered stone, whispering tales of Vietnam's rich past. The Biech Dong Pagoda, nestled into a limestone cliff face, offered breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside. Day 6. Hue, the imperial city's allure. Hue, the former imperial capital of Vietnam, exuded an air of history and grandeur. The Perfume River, its waters reflecting the city's colorful lights, flowed gracefully through its heart. The Citadel, a sprawling complex of palaces, temples, and gardens, stood as a testament to Vietnam's imperial past. We wandered through its vast courtyards, imagining the emperors and concubines who once walked these grounds. The Forbidden City, once the exclusive domain of the emperor and his family, was now open to the public. Although partially destroyed during the war, its remaining structures still hinted at its former glory. As the sun set, we dined by the Perfume River, the city's lights twinkling like fireflies. Day 7. Royal grandeur and spiritual sanctuaries, Hue's hidden gems. Day 7 took us beyond Hue's city walls to explore its royal tombs and spiritual sanctuaries. Each tomb, a unique reflection of the emperor it honored, offered a glimpse into Vietnam's fascinating history and architectural prowess. The tomb of Minh Mang, with its serene lake and symmetrical gardens, exuded an air of tranquility. Khai Dinh's tomb, a striking blend of Vietnamese and European architectural styles, was a testament to his flamboyant personality. Our final stop was the Thien Mu Pagoda, its seven-tiered tower a symbol of Hue's spiritual heart. We climbed to the top, the scent of incense heavy in the air, and were rewarded with panoramic views of the Perfume River and the city beyond. Day 8. From Marble Mountains to Hoi An's charm. A journey of contrasts. From Hue, our journey took us south to Hoi An, a charming town known for its well-preserved ancient town. But first, a stop at the Marble Mountains, 5 limestone and marble hills that were a sight to behold. We climbed the stone steps, passing by shrines and pagodas carved into the mountainside. The views from the top were breathtaking, offering panoramic vistas of the coastline and surrounding countryside. Arriving in Hoi An as the sun began to set was like stepping back in time. The ancient town, a UNESCO World Heritage site, was a maze of narrow streets lined with colorful merchant houses, tailor shops, and art galleries. The Thu Bon River, reflecting the town's twinkling lights, flowed gracefully through its heart. Hoi An was a feast for the senses, especially for the stomach. Day 9 and our day began with a hands-on cooking class, where we learned the secrets of Vietnamese cuisine. Chopping, dicing, and stir-frying under the watchful eye of our chef, we created a delicious feast of our own. Next, we explored the vibrant Hoi An market, a sensory explosion of colors, aromas, and sounds. We sampled exotic fruits, bargained for spices, and watched as vendors expertly prepared street food. In the afternoon, we hopped on bicycles and pedaled through the emerald green rice paddies that surrounded Hoi An. The air was fresh and fragrant, and the pace of life slowed to a relaxing rhythm. As the sun set, we enjoyed a delicious dinner by the river, the sound of traditional music drifting through the air. Ho Chi Minh City, still often referred to as Saigon, was our next day. This bustling metropolis, a city of contrasts, was a whirlwind of activity. Skyscrapers towered over ancient temples, and the streets throbbed with a chaotic energy. We took in panoramic views of the city from the Saigon skydeck, marveling at its sprawling expanse. The War Remnants Museum, a sobering reminder of Vietnam's turbulent past, offered a glimpse into the horrors of war. The Notre Dame Cathedral, a beautiful example of French colonial architecture, offered a moment of peace and tranquility amidst the city's hustle and bustle. As night fell, we joined the throngs of people on Nguyen Hue Street, the city's main pedestrian boulevard, and soaked up the vibrant atmosphere. Day 11. No trip to Vietnam is complete without a visit to the Mekong Delta, a vast network of rivers, canals, and islands. We embarked on a boat trip through this watery wonderland, the air thick with the scent of tropical fruits and the sound of bird song. We visited bustling floating markets, where vendors sold their wares from boats piled high with fruits, vegetables, and seafood. We tasted exotic fruits, learned about local life on the water, and witnessed the daily rhythms of this unique ecosystem. The Mekong Delta was a world away from the bustling cityscapes we had experienced. It was a place where life moved at a slower pace and nature reigned supreme. My Vietnamese adventure was coming to an end. Our last day in Ho Chi Minh City was bittersweet. We visited the Reunification Palace, a symbol of Vietnam's reunification, and wandered through the bustling stalls of Ben Thanh Market, searching for last-minute souvenirs. As I sat down to my last bowl of pho, the flavors exploding on my tongue, I reflected on the incredible journey I had experienced. Vietnam had captured my heart with its chaotic beauty, its rich history, and the warmth and resilience of its people. It was time to say goodbye, but it wasn't a farewell. It was a see you soon. Vietnam, with its intoxicating mix of adventure and culture, had left its mark on me, and I couldn't wait to return and discover more of its hidden treasures.